leadership, we don't need a new party in the middle. The Republican and the Democrats are not far apart anyways. Just join the Libertarian Party. It already exists. Maybe you can actually help get some into Congress. Keep going a little bit lower, keep going a little bit lower, keep going a little bit lower. You'll see some of the names of who's there. The reason why this is important, when seasons like this happen, you are very easily able to decipher between who's got who's back and who's joining who. So I got a crazy question for you guys. Mm-hmm. Adam, I'm going to come to you since you're next.
Sure.
J.D. Vance, is he more Team Elon or Team Trump?
Elon.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Tech side.
He's Elon.
Think about his upbringing.
That is not
Pat, you heard,
good.
but you know the upbringing with
I
Thiel.
know.
Oh yeah,
Pat,
he's,
that is
Pat,
not
what
good.
is your perception? You study this a lot.
So
he better be.
No,
he's
let
Musk.
me
Let
tell
Pat
you.
talk. Let
buddy.
Pat talk, please.
Yeah. Team Elon, if J.D. Vance is Team Trump, of Team Elon, and this whole thing about him bashing Trump back in the days and flipping was just a way to have the opportunity coup because Elon and Thiel and all these guys would find a way to get rid of Trump and put J.D. Vance in there because Elon did tweet something very interesting earlier today. And here what the tweet was.
Don't forget Vivek.
Elon tweeted something very interesting. Here's what he said. And food for thought, as they pondered this question, Rob, I'm going to send this to you. You have to see this, okay? Very interesting what he tweets here. Very interesting. Because in life, you know, I remember when I was competing with a lot of younger guys that were coming up with me, and one day I'm on stage 17 years ago, and the girl saying, you're never going to be able to compete with us. I said, you will never, ever build a bigger business than us. Never. She says, why do you? I said, because of one thing. You don't have that we have. Never told her what it was. Of course, if she's listening to it, she knows now. You know what it was?
What?
We were thinking 30, 40, 50 years run. So I was 28 years old. I'm going to a freaking 60-year run. I'm going to be working till the day I die. Here's what Musk said. Food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for 40 plus years.
That's actually
That's
true.
exactly what I told you guys.
Yep.
If you remember that conversation.
yeah.
What he's trying to tell you is, do whatever you want for me for 3.5 years. J.D. Vance is around the corner.
Wow.
And we got more money, more power, and we're going to do it our way. This is a very, now, this is, again, allegedly. I know you're wearing the allegedly hat yourself. And by the way, for some of you guys that haven't ordered allegedly hat, this is probably the best time ever to order an allegedly hat, allegedly shirt. We got it on vtmerch.com. It's one of our top products. Go to vtmerch.com. Rob, put the link below for this specifically. This is the best season to wear allegedly. Okay, it's a word you ought to add to your repertoire. Well, let me go back to it. Here's the point I'm trying to make to you. If this guy's a long-term thinker, and he has more power, and he has more resources, and they're truly playing 3D chess to get JD in there, and that was their way of doing the deal. If you allow me to choose the VP, I'll put $250 million and go to Pennsylvania. Deal. If that moment happened, and him and Thiel, because Thiel wasn't a Trump guy. Remember, Thiel called Trump, and they had the conversation. Thiel called Musk, and Musk said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime election. I don't know if you remember this conversation he had with Barry Weiss.
Yep.
And he says, he told me this. When he told me this, I said, he's right. I'm in. Mm-hmm. What that conversation was, nobody knows. They're two of the most brilliant minds. Peter Thiel figured out a way through Roth IRA to save $6 billion on not paying taxes.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people think that way.
He's a long-term thinker, too. Remember
He's
the
an
Gawker thing?
absolute long-term thinker. Brilliant guy. Huh? What would you say?
The Variety, the media outlet that exposed him for being
Gawker?
gay. He spent like 6 years plotting a way to bankrupt him.
Oh, you do not. So you do not screw with long-term thinkers. But in this case, I'm coming to you first, and I'm going to come to the rest of you guys. J.D. Vance. What is J.D. going to be doing? And is J.D. going to be somebody that Trump's going to put on the sidelines and not bring in the room when he's doing the decision-making because he knows he's a part of Thiel and Musk? This is a very weird time for President Trump to be a president.
So treat him as a normal vice president the way the last two administrations have.
That's right. Never get him involved in anything.
Obama did nothing. Obama did absolutely nothing with Joe Biden for 8 years, and Biden did absolutely nothing for Kamala Harris for 4 years. For the last 12 years, our vice presidents have done little more than travel to funerals around the globe, passing out flowers and saying, the American people mourn with you.
And I just checked. He has not, and I know like you want to add, J.D. Vance has not tweeted or said anything, so it'd be very, very telling to see what he's going to say when he does say something.
Good. He should probably keep his mouth shut.
Who's that? Who should keep his mouth shut?
Well, if he had his
He's
back,
the vice president of the United States. He was hand-selected by Donald Trump Jr. Should probably have Trump's back.
He should.
Yeah.
He should say something.
So can I give a little feedback here?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen long term. I don't know who's going to be right or wrong in the end. I do agree that Elon's going to be around for another 40 years and Trump's got another 3.5 years as president. But as of today, Elon Musk is looking like a petty scumbag. I'm sorry, dude. This ain't a good look. This ain't a good look for Trump. This ain't a good look for Elon. And what I'm most concerned about, this is a horrible look for America. So, you know, when you're starting a business, you always say, be very careful who you take money from. Be very careful who you're bringing on your board. Be very careful who you're bringing around. Exhibit A of why you don't take money from certain people. And then Trump brings him into the Oval Office. Elon's bringing his kid around the Oval Office. And they're playing nice for how long did this marriage take? How long did this bromance take?
6 months.
3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. This bromance is officially over. By the way, speaking of bromances and relationships, I know somebody knows a thing or two about relationships with Elon, and that's my friend Ashley St. Clair. Did you see what she tweeted?
Yeah.
She said, well, listen, Trump, if you need a little breakup advice, I'm here for you. I'm sure we have that tweet somewhere, but that if you need a little breakup advice, I'm here for you. This is I'm going to say allegedly in air quotes because it's pretty factual at this point. This is Elon Musk's latest baby mama. I'm sure there's going to be more that come out there. I'll say a couple things about the baby mama thing. The drug use. I know one thing about Trump. This guy said there's 3 things I don't let my kids have: tattoos, drugs and alcohol, and smoke cigarettes. Put it in any order you want. Elon Musk on his daily medication box, allegedly of ketamine, ecstasy, mushrooms, and Adderall, shows up with a black eye at the Oval Office to get a key from Trump. And then 48 hours later, it's scorched earth. This looks petty all around. By the way, side note, if any other person out there had a half a dozen baby mamas, a baker's dozen kids running around doing drugs, talking about occupying Mars, we'd have a major issue with that person. We'd be like, who's this ghetto ass mother? But Elon Musk, all of a sudden,
guy, though. He's not a regular guy. He's a Trump.
I get that he's not a. I get that he's not a regular guy.
Can you go?
But this is a very bad look.
Go to online and ChatGPT and type in side effects of ketamine. What are the side effects of ketamine? Just curious. What are side effects of ketamine? Let's see this here. Short-term, mid-term, long-term. I hope it breaks it down. Okay, good. Disassociation, short-term, hallucinations or vivid dreams, confusion, delirium, drowsiness, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, elevated blood pressure, impaired blood. Okay. Midterm, what is it? Medical side effects, something that increased salivation. Okay, what else? Serious long-term effects, bladder issues, memory problem, depression, mood swings, liver function, addiction, tolerance, and withdrawal symptoms. Yeah. High-dose recreational, profound
that's where it gets ugly, Pat.
Loss of motor control, hallucinations, inability to communicate, feeling of near death, or complete ego dissolution. What does that mean? Complete ego dissolution. Tom, what does that word mean?
You basically, your ego goes nowhere and you just you lose it all. Disassociate from
you
existence.
lose your sense of self.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.